It's your favorite cheek monster back here, Rayo, and I want to point out how the fuck do my strings still stay on, since I feel like they should have rotten off a long time ago. Well, anyways, let's check the Avalonian roads. Now I have a gear set ready for me to scout it, and I look tanky as fuck. Now, what my weapon does, it basically gives me mobility to escape. My armor is just there basically to not let me die. I press this, I decrease 50% of the damage in all range. I press my helmet, I can't be damaged, and I also can't be CC'd. With my boots, I slowly stack speed, as you can see on the top left of my screen. So I'll just be fast as fuck. My E leaps, my W gives me movement speed, my Q does a little dash bash, and I'm basically ready to go. Now, what are the Avalonian roads? The Avalonian roads are basically PvE and PvP hotspots, where you can go with a group up to 7 people. Well, you can have more actually, but it will be a little bit difficult. The Avalonian roads have some weird names. I don't know how the fuck people should learn them, but these names basically stay for the road. So this is the map that always stays, but the portals that open and close do so in weird spaces, to be honest, because it doesn't really depend on anything. It just randomly spawns in some maps. So for example, I just came in from Widemore Pool. This takes me to Drive-In Plain. So with this little run over right here, I can get to the other side of the black zone into a right next to Breachwatch actually, holy shit. So I could possibly just go to Breachwatch and do some fights there if I wanted to. And there are a lot of roads that lead to other Avalonians deeper, and there are also hideout zones. Now these dungeons or chests on the map are dungeons. These small green ones are solo ones, the large green ones are still solo ones, the blue ones are group ones, so these are the ones you want to take a tank and healer and TPS to, because if you don't have a tank, you guys are gonna die probably. Now Avalonian roads have up to 7 charges, so there are also golden Eva portals that have up to 20 charges, but that's usually in the hideout zones. So let's just check a couple of Avalonians here and we'll see what we're dealing with. You also have the group dungeon here, so that's pretty decent as well, but I wouldn't do it because it's really risky. You have really no escape from it if people come in. You also have the resource hotspots, so we have the cotton here, the wood here, and there are also like small chests that spawn in here. I don't know about medium ones, they might also be there, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You see, this is a golden one. Now this is the best chest you can do. You usually need a group of 7 people to do it, minimum 6, a tank, a healer, and then 4 DPS, maybe 5 if you can fit them in. But let's quickly check it out what it is. This is basically really good loot and really good fame. A lot of people do this for fame farming because it offers a lot. Now the tier of the mobs also depends on the zone, so this has tier 6 mobs. So as you can see, once I get hit by one mob, I'm gonna be getting a shit ton. Now you can also scout out the chest. This is a small chest, but if no one actually opens it in some time, the boss becomes a bigger one, a stronger one, ending in the strongest one, which is, well, a real boss fight, like a huge ass boss fight. And after that you get a either purple or golden chest. Now this can have like, let's say maybe 10 million in it, and this can have like 60 million in it. Like in Albion, all drops depend a lot on luck, so you can't really say how much you're gonna get out of it. Although I will say it is a fuck ton. Now as you can see, the portals are at the circles of the roads. And there are resource mobs here as well, so we have wood, we have cotton. So for example, it's a safe place to gather because there are less gankers than in the open world. But as I said, the circles on the roads are actually really good because those are the spots where the portals spawn. So as you can see on the top left, northwest, there's no portal. That means there, the zone probably has max portals, and once one closes, a new one opens. Now you can see this one, for example, closes in 7 hours, this one in 5.9, 14:38, and this one in 10:45. Now if you come from some zone, there is a chance actually that you might get led deeper or you might get led out. So for example, this leads to some Windcast Terrace, some black zone, this one to High Tree Streep. But if you want to go back to the portal you just came from, you can use it without using a charge on it, so it's 6 out of 7. and if I go through it, it's gonna stay at 6 out of 7. Because this happens when you come to an Avalonian portal for 10 minutes, you can get a free entry back without no charge. So for example, you come in here, cankers take all the charges, you can't get out, but you have the free charge, so it's 0 out of 7, but you still have the free charge. You can just press on through it and you don't use any charges. So keep that in mind, because a lot of the times you don't need the free charges to maybe escape cankers or something. So don't forget about that one. Now you might ask me, Rayo, how the hell do you have this much Avalonian knowledge? Well, I'm just talented, and I've had a guild that lived in the Avalonian roads. So in some Avalonian roads, there's a possibility to just place your hideout so you can leave out of the Avalonian roads. So let's say a connection opens to the black zone, you can fight in that zone, opens to another zone, you can fight in there, and we just found the 20 portal. So that leads into a hideout zone, I'm pretty sure, or another huge golden portal map. So let's go check it out and see what there is. But meanwhile, I'll talk to you about my plans. I plan to open a guild pretty soon, I think after next season, after all the streamers and everyone has gone to it. Anyway, if you're a new player and checking the game out, I recommend joining my Discord, because my Discord's always open if you have any questions, if you want to just talk about how the game works, any ideas, any, strategies you might be working with. I'm always open, my DMs are free, and I also have a Discord server in the description, as I mentioned. I will also put my guild's one there, so once we open the guild, there's a possibility to join us. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna assume you're a new player that came from the streaming campaign. So right now we have a lot of streamers coming to Albion online just to do some cool content and have some fun with the game, and maybe advertise as well. So if you're from a streamer, just comment the streamer's name down in the comment section and I'll see if I actually know the streamer. Because I plan to play with a few of them, but I'll see how it actually goes, because I really do want to get into shot calling and teach the newbies how shit's done in the game. A lot of the new players have experience in MMOs, but well, I'm making these guides because Albion isn't the usual MMO. There's so much content, there's so much things you need to know, there's so much you don't even, begin to wonder about before you're in the late game. And it takes a lot of time, and you probably don't even know what the fuck you're doing until you're in the end game. But once you realize how everything's done and what you need to do, it's pretty easy. Because Albion is a sandbox MMORPG, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want to do. Now, there is a dead body right there, a skeleton. So this means I'm either going to reach the portal safely, or I'm gonna get butt fucked in a second. But yeah, usually these 20-man portals mean that there is going to be a huge dungeon map, so 3 golden dungeons. That's really, really good. But I'm gonna see if we can find a hideout zone, for example. So finally we found one. So as you can see, it has 2 places to go out of the map, some resources, some dungeons, and also a crafting bonus. So right here you have the plate armor, hammer, spear, holy staff, and the offhand. Damn, that's pretty good. The farmhood guild and the cohorta. So let's look at the farmhood guild for a second. This guild only has 27 members, 16 active, and they are a Russian guild. So this means that these guilds are smaller guilds probably, and they're here because they can't fight in the open world. Now, as you can see, this map looks different from the other ones. It doesn't have that much of a road, it just has these pathways going through everywhere. There's more mobs, more drops, and more fun to be had. But be careful, because it's really easy to get ganked here, because there are only 2 places to go out of. Otherwise, I'm gonna be hurrying back right now with my cool skin and my cool armor. But if you enjoyed it, make sure you check out the other tutorials, because I'm basically explaining Albion in like 17 videos or something. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and understood the Ava roads.
He spreads my cheeks and he makes me scream.